stop. Do not go another second without replenishing your body with water. Hello class, my name is Cindy Garcia, and as an athlete, I have experienced the impacts of dehydration, so I would like to discuss the importance of staying hydrated and drinking water by first discussing the symptoms of dehydration, second, the recommended water intake, and third, the benefits of staying hydrated and drinking water. So first things first, symptoms of dehydration. Let's discuss this with a story shared on DIYhealth.com. A lady decided to go to a concert, and at this concert, let's just paint the scenery. There's a bunch of people, and it's a hot, sweaty environment. She was unprepared. She did not bring water, causing her to eventually develop a headache, feel tired and dizzy. That then eventually led her to black out and end up in the hospital, where she woke up to a doctor telling her that that was due to dehydration. Other symptoms of dehydration include feeling thirsty, peeing less, maybe your pee is yellow, a dry mouth, lip or tongue, and sunken eyes. So now that we know the symptoms of dehydration, let's move on to point number 2, being the recommended water intake. According to Harvard Health Publishing, variables impact how much water you should be drinking. The variables include activity, temperature, and age. So, activity. Do you work out? Do you run? Do you have a job that causes you to do a lot of activity? If so, then you're probably sweating more and need to be drinking more water. Second, temperature. Are you in an environment that's cold or hot? A hot environment versus a cold environment, you are facing the consequences of a beaming sun. So again, you're sweating more and losing water at a faster rate. And also age. This impacts how much water you should be drinking, because as we get older, we lose a sense of thirst, therefore putting us in a greater position to be dehydrated because we don't know whether or not we're thirsty. Now that we know the variables of how much water you should be drinking, a general rule of thumb that is recommended is 15.5 cups for men and 11.5 cups for women. Now, depending on the variables, you may be needing more water or not less water, but more water for sure, just to replenish at an adequate level. So now that we know the symptoms of dehydration, the recommended water intake, let's move on to point number 3, the benefits and importance of staying hydrated. So according to Mayo Clinic Health System, we are made of 60% of water, meaning that 60% of our body weight, more than half of our body weight, is made up of water. So that means a lot of our self is dependent on water to fulfill stuff such as regulating our body temperature, keeping our tissues moist, lubricating our joints, carrying nutrients and oxygen through to cells, and also it just lessens the possibility of experiencing kidney failure. And so now that we know the symptoms of dehydration, the recommended water intake, and the benefits of staying hydrated, I would like to end this with an analogy, being that, like plants, we are dependent on water to keep a steady growth and development. So let's not minimalize our growth and shrivel our leaves, and just stay on top of drinking water and being hydrated. Thank you. Hope you have a nice rest of your day, and thank you for watching.